Kia ora Canterbury and welcome to Canterbury Live on this beautiful Wednesday, the 9th of September. Hope you had a great start to your day and thank you for taking the time to join us. Rightio, to start things off, thought I'd give you, are they true or are they false? For reals or for wrongs? 3 fun facts. Starting things off, can you get a mushroom that tastes like chicken? Well, apparently you can. It is called the Lytoporus that grows in the wild throughout much of the world and tastes like chicken. It is an edible bracket fungi that is commonly known as chicken of the woods. Why? Well, because it tastes just like chicken. For reals or for wrong? It is for reals. Actually does exist, so pretty cool indeed. So if you're vegetarian, can you have it? Tastes like chicken? Who knows? Anyway, next up, look at that. That's the monkey-faced orchid Draculasimia or Dracula gigas, a species of orchids that look strikingly similar to a monkey's face. They are found in the high elevations in certain mountainous areas like Ecuador, Colombia and Peru. Another cool feature is that it smells like oranges. Very cool. For reals or for wrong? It's for real, it is. They do exist. Very cool indeed. Gorgeous, aren't they pretty? Last but not least, do you love Batman? Or maybe you'd like to head to the University of Victoria because you can actually study a course in the science of Batman. It uses Batman as a metaphor for the ultimate in human conditioning. Oh, he is actually brilliant. There we are, University of Victoria. Amongst other things you can learn about Batman. But is it for real or is it for wrong? It is for reals. You can actually go along, that's right, and head along to university. I'm not sure if George Clooney will be there in the course. I very much doubt it. Rightio, giveaways. Hoyt's Movies, thanks to the family from Hoyt's. We have some movie tickets to give away. There they go. Graham Horncastle, I will show you the interview next week that I had with Hardcase, absolute Hardcase, Mr. Graham Horncastle at Jimmy's Bar. There is a book bundle for you, Horncastle's Suitcase and Horncastle's Hero or Hellraiser could be yours. And last but not least, this beautiful painting over my shoulder from Ira Mitchell-Kirk, the September art piece could be yours for your home or your business. Really simple to win any of these prizes. All you need to do is go through to our website, ctv.co.nz competitions. Rightio, coming up on today's show, Casa Bella Interiors were out on location with SP Blinds. If you thought blinds were boring, you never met an SP blind. Very cool indeed, great technology behind it. The Cheviot Spring Festival, yes, a wonderful event, lots happening, and we're joined by Robert Day to entice us to head along to it. QB Studios, who are they? What do they stand for? Well, 3 of the founders will be with me today. It's all about building solutions. Celia Stewart, the beautiful Celia Stewart and Fiona Pears will be joining me because it's coming up a diamond anniversary for the Christchurch School of Music. So it'll be wonderful to catch up with them. And Phyllis Brown, we're carrying on this whole mythological spectrum and today is all about unicorns. Have you seen one? If anyone could have seen one, it'll definitely be Phyllis Brown. And Casanova Productions, their latest production is Stitched Up. We're on location with a bit of behind the scenes and an interview with the director and the writer. Stitched Up. Some fine stitches will be found on a garment of Angela Stone, joining me right now.
Hi.
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 And love the red, lady in red.
Do you know, I've worn red and black and white every day this week.
That's very
Cantab
of you.
I am doing the whole red thing, and this is like one of my new dresses from our new collection, the Body Shape clothing range.
Yes, well tell us about that because you launched it last week.
Yes.
Very cool. I saw it on Fashion TV in Auckland.
I know.
Today on Canterbury Live TV in Canterbury today.
And here we are, absolutely. Well, Andrea, I've been working on this range for about 3 years now, and in between I've been producing other fashion ranges, but this range in particular is all about the Body Shape clothing range. So what I've done is I've designed 5 dresses. Now each dress works with the 5 different body shapes.
Oh, we like that.
Yeah,
okay.
So every woman would be able to wear one of these particular dresses and it would be the perfect shape for her body shape. We took it one step further as well and we actually produced it in the 4 seasonal colours. So in summer colours, winter colours, spring colours and autumn colours. So once you've had your colours done, which you'll soon be able to use the app that Angela Stone's created.
Oh my goodness.
I know, that's coming.
Crazy.
It's about 2 or 3 weeks away. You can take a quiz online on our website and actually work out what seasonal palette you belong to. Or you can come and see me and one of my stylists, and we do your colours for you, so you can find out what your colours are, what your body shape is, and then you can shop the shop and actually find one of these dresses that actually works for you.
Well, let's go through the different styles.
Sure.
So there, first up though, it's going to be, my little paper here, hourglass.
The hourglass. This is like the ultimate shape. Now this dress is the wrap dress. Now every woman needs a wrap dress. This is shown here in a really beautiful colour. It's called the persimmon. And this is actually the spring colour. So it literally wraps around your body, covers up the tops of your arms, emphasises the waistline and smooths over the hips. And you will never have to worry about what to wear with this dress. You just put it on.
We like that. It's very forgiving.
Oh, it's so flattering. It's amazing. Especially those who have got a fuller bust or don't have a bust. You know, it separates the bust line, but it actually gives you more, and it can camouflage when you have enough.
Oh, well, that's all good. It's always nice having a bit of something. Inverted triangle.
Yes, well, this dress that I'm wearing today, once again, covers up the tops of the arms. Very good for those that do have a fuller bust and that are wider through the shoulders and narrower through the hips. Okay, this is like the ultimate model dress that, you know, Naomi Campbell, all those girls, the Victoria's Secrets girls, they're all the inverted triangle. So wide through the shoulders, narrow through the hip. This is the perfect dress. It just falls over the hip line as well.
Oh, that's gorgeous. And this cuts under your bust. It looks beautiful. It looks
I've just put a little wee cami underneath it.
Oh, have you?
At night, you can just have a beautiful coloured bra. But the colours in this dress are beautiful, like black, the red, a beautiful baby blue and a baby pink. Oh,
very nice. The O shape, nothing to do with Oprah. Well, maybe potentially she could wear it, but here we go. No, well, maybe not.
Well, this is designed for the lady who has a fuller tummy and a fuller bust as well. Once again, it crosses over at the front, but it has, through the front panelling, quite a bit of detailing, and then along the skirt, it has a really nice little ruffle frill that frills off to the side. So this actually camouflages that tummy area. This is amazing, like in that colour. The yellow is so beautiful, but it comes in a beautiful green, like an emerald green, and a beautiful blue, like gorgeous painting here, and of course black.
Yeah, black's good, but the colour's wonderful. And also, ladies, a certain age, they do get conscious about their tummy.
They do. You know, supportive underwear, hosiery like we're wearing today, it makes all the difference to your tummy. But, you know, even supermodels wear shapewear underneath their clothes. So I think ladies...
Smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, for sure. And I think too, like, ladies do need to just know that it's okay to have a little bit of a tummy. You can actually use like little singlets, shapewear to camouflage that part of your body. But a great dress that actually helps camouflage those areas is what it's all about.
Okay, the rectangle.
Yes.
Rightio. I love you on this dress.
Well, this dress is great, especially for those like that don't have a waistline. Where that band is positioned, that's the one. And the panelling down the side is so flattering. Obviously, I can see it in the black and white here. It's very striking. Take you from the day into the night, put a little jacket on it. It's a little bit short in this photograph because, I mean, we all know that I'm probably extra tall, but to most people it will come, you know, halfway down the leg, a little bit further. No. But it does come.
I mean, you can rock it, love, it's okay. You've got amazing legs, so you should be showing them off.
I just give it a go, hon.
You just give it a go?
Just give it a go, Dal.
That's your motto in life, isn't it? Just give it a go.
Exactly.
Give it a go.
But it does come in some gorgeous colours too.
Okay, cool. And triangle.
Yep, the triangle. This one here is often referred to as the pear shape. This is when the bottom and the hip is much wider than the top of the shoulders. It's got a really beautiful neckline, but like a soft kind of boat neckline. Comes in at the waist, and then it's got the full skirt, which is very flattering over that larger part of most New Zealand women's bodies.
The full skirt though, the waist needs to be in?
Yes.
Is that the key?
Nipped in, absolutely. You can pop a nice little belt around that as well, just to accentuate the waistline even more.
Now, we touched this yonks ago, maybe we should actually go over it again, about the different belts you should wear in body shapes, the skinny or the wider one, because it does depend
on
your body shape.
The rule of thumb is the finer the person, the finer the belt. The larger the person, the larger the belt.
Ah,
Yes.
which you would have thought be round the other way.
Well, you know, you can't put a skinny little belt on a full figure. Otherwise, the figure itself will look much larger. It's a bit like a handbag. You can't give a fuller person, a fuller figure, a little handbag. She needs a handbag that's more in proportion with her body. So belts are exactly the same.
Oh, I think accessories is coming up. I think we need to cover that,
I
don't
can
we?
feel that. It's coming on.
Okay, Lady in Red, thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Okay,
Thank
it's
you.
awesome, some great tips. Now, it's all about design still, interior design with Casabella. We're out on occasion down at the beautiful Design Made Library. It is a hub for all your dreams to come true. It is a trade store, but the public are welcome to come here. You just need to make that connection with your interior designers. Okay, and I'm joined by Karen Smith, Casabella Interiors. Today though, Karen, it's all about SP blinds.
That's quite right, Andrea. So when people are building a new home, they obviously, many of them have huge windows. So you've got to think about how you keep the sun out, but how you're able to look out as well. The other big issue people are facing is fading, because New Zealand has very strong sun. So a lot of these blinds are actually rated to cut out UV. They're rated to keep the heat out. They're rated to keep the heat in. They give you pure privacy as well. So for example, in a bathroom, so you can't see in.
That's handy, isn't it? That could be quite entertaining for all the neighbours, couldn't it? With SP blinds though, they will take you on the journey as far as educating you on what best blind is best used for your home, isn't it?
Yeah, this is right. This is the range here. There's 150 fabrics and they all do different things. So in the front of their catalogue, it actually gives you exactly what they do and what purpose they need to be used for. So someone like myself would follow up with their company rep and ask the question and get the technicalities exactly right so we can get the right thing for the client.
And if we are building as well, then this is a conversation we should be having early in the piece, because some of them are actually electric blinds.
Yes, it's very exciting.
It is very exciting.
You don't need to leave your sofa.
I know.
You can actually use a remote control.
Well, we're going to show you now actually. If we step back here, we've got a lovely example of one of the SP blinds here, and it's all, look at that. And it's so quiet. I think that's one thing that really grabs me.
Yeah.
Do you think sometimes, Karen, these are those little details of a home that get overlooked?
Absolutely. So if you want to install electric blinds, you have to have the wiring in before the jib goes on. If you can't get the wiring to the windows, which I've had a case like that lately where there's just structural beams in the way and you can't drill through them, there is also the opportunity to use a remote control blind, which is so fabulous. It just runs off a charger like a cell phone. So every 6 months you just charge up your battery and you run your blinds from there. So there is always a way around, and this is the great thing about SP blinds. They've got great technology and high quality, and they're very happy to help.
But wait, there's more. Behind you, Karen, the duo blind system. Tell us about this one.
This gives you the best of both worlds. So basically you've got a block out in the front and you've got a see-through blind at the back. So for example, at night you would drop this front blind down, and by day you would have just the see-through one at the window.
It's fabulous.
Yeah.
So to get on the journey with SP blinds, we just simply need to speak with them, and exactly what we talked about before potentially we're building, and see what works for your home.
That's exactly right. The other thing that needs to be considered is mounting the blinds. A lot of big homes with big windows have giant sliding doors, and they'll have an upright right where you need to fix the blind, and say in the centre where the doors fold back. So there needs to be thought gone into these sort of things so that you've got enough space in the top to install that blind, because you don't want it sticking out, because that wouldn't look so good.
I think a real lesson today though is with blinds, especially using SP blinds, it's a conversation at the start of your journey of a new home, not at the end. Get it right at the start. And remember, we are here at Design Made Library in Antigua Street. It's for trade, but you can come around and have a little browse, and your interior designer can certainly follow through with your dream. Thank you, Karen. Casa Bell Interiors.
Thank you.
And the beautiful music of Fiona Pears to bring us into this wonderful interview. Bit of a girl of Canterbury, aren't you, Fiona?
Oh, definitely. Complete Cantabrian.
Yeah.
Love it.
We're so spoilt. You go to so many events and support a lot of events, as well as this being your profession. We see your face so much putting it out there and giving back. Is it important as an artist to give back?
It's really important because, I mean, like what we're talking about today with the gala concert for CSM, it's been such a huge part of my upbringing, my musical education. When I was 6, I was travelling from where I lived in the country out Green Parkway into town to go and, you know, play in the orchestras and enjoy music with other people my own age. And I just grew up in that environment, so having
Lovely.
a chance to, you know,
Green
give
Park.
something back.
You must have lived near, well, we wouldn't have probably, Dame Alvina Major, because she lived in Green Park.
I don't,
It
back
must be
then I don't
something-
know, that was like, I'm not even telling you how long ago that was.
Well, no, but it must be something pretty special around there. And she even played golf down there. Did you play golf? Probably not, maybe not.
No, mini golf.
And Celia Stewart, welcome from the Christchurch School of Music. It's a pleasure to have
It's
you
a pleasure
here.
to be here.
Well, it's very special to our hearts here for those that loved Murray Wood.
Absolutely.
It was very much one of
yes.
his, well, his passion,
Still very
really.
much lives with us.
Yeah.
Murray, he was a wonderful supporter of the Christchurch School of Music. And
I'm sure he'll be overlooking to make sure the sound's fine today.
I'm sure
it was
he
always
will
one of
be,
his little pet hates.
absolutely,
Don't you worry about that.
absolutely, yes.
But it is all about the Diamond Jubilee
That's
that is
right,
coming up on the
yes.
26th of September. So tease us, what can we expect?
Right. Well, it's going to be a wonderful day. It's the 60 years of Christchurch School. It used to be, for those of you who are listening, it was the Christchurch School of Instrumental Music. Started in 1955 by Mr. Robert Perks. And it's grown and developed and changed over time, but still has that very important aim of kind of fostering a lifelong love of music and just encouraging people to play. And so we're celebrating 60 years of that. And on the day, the 26th, we've got 2 big concerts on that day. We've got our showcase concert in the afternoon, which is for our current students. We've got about 800 students currently. Not every single one of them will be performing because it's our ensembles that are performing.
Could be a long day.
But it would be a long day. We used to have these wonderful concerts way back because CSM's been a really important part of my life too. I was basically started as a 6-year-old and have hardly left over that time. So we used to have these massive big concerts in Cal Stadium. With all of the students, you probably weren't in Cal Stadium
I don't
days.
remember that, no.
Hold
Too
up the
young,
cards.
too young,
She's far
Fiona.
too young.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just a baby.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But we had the town hall, of course, and we had big sort of 3.5-hour mammoth concerts, which are always wonderful occasions. But now, of course, we don't have a venue of that size. So we've tried several different ways, but we've decided this year that our showcase concert will be a single concert of massed items. So we start with a brass fanfare, then we've got massed recorders and guitars, and then a massed choir. And our outreach bands are playing, our Suzuki strings are playing, and then the second half's a big wind item with all of our wind players for age from sort of 7 up to 87. You know, we've got lots of adult students now too, and then a massed orchestra, which will be about 150, 160 players on stage,
Beautiful.
and it's all in the Theatre Royal, which we're very excited about. And
Fantastic location.
Yes,
It's
beautiful
just
location.
beautiful. Fiona,
We're
have
so
you
proud.
played at the Isaac Theatre Royal yet?
Not yet.
You're
Not
Isaac Theatre
since
Royal
it's been-
Virgin. Oh.
But I did the last show before.
Before
Yeah.
big
Oh,
crowd.
this is going to be a big moment walking
I
in
know.
there.
Well, I was there on the 19th of February. I did a show there.
Wow.
So, and that was the
Probably one of
last
the last
show there.
performers, yeah.
Will Martin, I think, was going to do a show the next day, or no, 2 days later,
Yeah.
but of course it never happened because of
Yeah.
the earthquake. So I did the last show there, and it was like, I'm actually feeling quite nervous going back in there. Like, my husband's been back in there, and lots of my friends have been back in
Yeah.
there, but this is actually going to be my first time
First time,
going
yes.
back in there, and I'm like,
Yeah, quite
I've looked at lots of
quite
photos.
emotional, really.
Yes,
Quite emotional,
yes.
really.
Yeah.
So how can we be a part of it then,
Right,
Celia?
well, I was just going to say the other part of the day that Fiona's involved in is the Diamond Jubilee Gala concert, which is in the evening, and that's a 7 o'clock concert. And the main feature of that is our our University of Canterbury Christchurch Youth Orchestra,
Okay.
and that's going to be conducted by Kenneth Young, and so he's our guest conductor, and he's one of New Zealand's best known conductors, and he's also a CSM alumnus, so that's really exciting for us.
We'll say that 3 times.
Yes, and he's coming in to conduct that concert. So they're going to be playing a Lilburn piece, because of course it's Douglas Lilburn's anniversary this year, the Drysdale Overture. Then they're doing the Beethoven Piano Concerto with Deirdre Irons as the soloist, and she's also a very well-known New Zealand soloist. And then they're doing the Vaughan Williams London Symphony. So that's the youth orchestra. But then we're adding into that as our special guests the CSM Alumni Orchestra, which is made up of CSM alumni. And that's going to be a wonderful occasion. And they're playing a movement from the planet, the Jupiter. And then Fiona's written an arrangement of sabre dance, which is, a wonderful, bright, vital, lively piece. Yes, yes, yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
Fire
She's,
dance.
she's going to be playing that with the orchestra that night, so that's going to be really exciting. So it's going to be a wonderful concert, all in the Theatre Royal, and we want everyone to come. I guess that's the big thing. It'll be
Well,
a
to find out
fabulous
more,
concert.
you can go to the CSM website, which is csm.org.nz/Diamond Jubilee. It's all there. It's all about memories. And we're going to head down memory lane right now, actually, for Fiona to the Christchurch Cathedral, where she performed a lot of songs, but we picked St Gerardo. So thank you, Fiona.
How fun.
And enjoy Saturday, 26th of September.
Thank you very much.
ladies.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yes.
Enjoy. Fabulous stuff. Isn't she a bit too cool? Remember, 26th of September, you can go to the CSM website to find out more. After the break, we head to the theatre. Casanova Productions, their latest production is Stitched Up, and we catch up with the team. Rightio, it is time to head to the theatre, and I'm joined now by Craig Hutchison, director for this production of Stitched Up. Welcome.
Welcome,
How
thank
are you,
you.
Craig? Behaving yourself?
Too right, always.
And next to you, though, you've brought a lovely, lovely, lovely lady to you. And what is her name, Craig?
Celine Gibson, who's the
Well
writer.
done. Yes, we have had a bit of a banter there. Celine, no, it is Celine. Gorgeous. Welcome, Celine.
Hello, welcome.
And you're the writer. And you're the writer, though,
Yes, I
behind
am. Yes, behind
this latest
Stitched Up.
production,
Yes.
Stitched Up.
Yes.
So tell us, how did it evolve?
It started some years ago. I belong to a local Christchurch writing group. It's been going since 1963 called SEWA, which is the South Island Writers Association. And we always have a competition each month of in-house stories, and it was the premise was to do a story, but was to focus on the backstories, the back characters of a well-known children's fairy tale. And so I decided I'd go for The Emperor's New Clothes. And I wrote the story mainly about the valet and this little street urchin who he sort of picks up and takes on board and teaches him to be a valet. And the story also focuses on the two naughty tailors. And so we have a lot of banter between these wicked, wicked tailors, and they're plotting and planning to bring down the castle, and dear Mr. Nibs and young Rags. And the story did very well at SEWA, and because it did so well, that encouraged me to then send it to Trinity College. So I wrote a short play around it, then a children's play for Trinity College, and sent it off there, and it came back with a very highly commended. And that then gave me the confidence to do a bit more to it, as you do, but as writers we're always tampering. I'm always tampering. Craig says stop tampering with things, Sally. So I did a wee bit more.
Well, Craig, I mean, no pressure, but with that sort of calibre of a play, you better not get it wrong, my friend, or lose your clothes.
That's true. We won't be losing clothes.
That could be the challenge.
And the challenge is to make it the best that we've ever done. All of our shows are brilliant, of course, but it is a world premiere, and Celine has done very well with the writing, so we are going all out to make this very, very top-notch production. So.
Great. Well, let's have a look at behind the scenes of Stitched Up.
I'm Ray Williamson. I'm co-directing this production of Stitched Up for Casanova Productions, and we're just about to start the Tuesday night rehearsals.
The tailors are here, Mr. Nibs.
They may interact. Him you will refer to as Your Majesty at all times. You do not turn your back on him, and you will speak only when His Majesty asks you to. Do you understand me?
Of course, Mr. Nibs.
And I expect to see some testimonials on your return to the palace.
Naturally, Mr. Nibs.
And you can save that performance for His Majesty. You do realise that the prerequisite for an audience with His Majesty is in providing the necessary paperwork.
Just take a squint at our album.
Album?
Our book of works, Mr. Nibs.
Craig, a lot of fun there, down
Indeed.
there. Surely intermediate, you do the rehearsals down there?
Yes, we're fortunate to have a relationship with the intermediate school there, and we have a room for the whole year. We do all our rehearsals there. And you'll notice there was a co-director there as well, a guy called Ray Williamson, who's acted for us a lot. He's helping out and trying his hand at directing again, and he's doing very, very well as well.
Good on him. Great team spirit. And for you, Celine, I mean, it's a bit of a, I suppose it's wonderful seeing your words come alive.
It's wonderful for me, but it's also wonderful for the people that believed in that piece. And I was just going to mention too that after Trinity College, that was when I sent it off to Moondance Film Festival, and that's I got a finalist placing for Moondance. And Elizabeth English, she's the head of Moondance over there in Boulder, Colorado, and she reads every script herself. I mean, a lot of these big film companies, they just put them out to teams of readers, but every script that Elizabeth gets, she reads. And I've had a lot of feedback from Elizabeth, and just recently, she was so thrilled to find out that Stitched Up has been performed here in Christchurch. So it's just also for the people that believe in me, and for Craig, who's just kind of, I sent him the script and he just loved it and has been a fantastic person to work with, and Ali, they've been just a great team. So I'm really lucky that I've found great people.
Yeah, it's important, isn't it?
It is.
For you, Craig, though, directing this, I mean, what's the core thing that you need to put to your team when you have such a wonderful work like Saline has given you?
Well, with any writer, with any script, the main focus for me is to respect the writer and respect what the writer has put on paper. And we're there to visualise it and put it on stage in this case. So it's a respect thing, and that with every show. The thing with Saline's script is that it hasn't been workshopped, and so we're actually workshopping. This is brand new, and we have done a couple of readings with Saline in the early stages before we started rehearsing. So it's about respecting what the writer has done.
No, it's great, and thank you to you and the team, because we have some tickets to give away to our lucky viewers. So there you are, you could go in to win. All you need to do is go through to ctv.co.nz to a competition page. But don't worry about that, because you can go along yourself. It is only $25 a ticket, seriously, to see a world premiere. Very, very affordable, and the tickets can be purchased on the website casnova.co.nz to see this wonderful performance. Big thank you to Craig. We'll see you again, my friend, and congratulations to you, Saline.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. There we go. Very cool indeed. And remember, Stitched Up, I've got those tickets to give away. Now it's time though. Spring is here. I've got a lovely yellow chappie beside me, Cheviot Spring Festival. Robert Day, welcome to Canterbury Live.
Thank you, thank you.
And thanks for making the time to come all the way from Cheviot into the city.
It's not nearly as far as you think it is.
No, it's not, is it?
No, it's just a short drive, really.
Yeah, okay, and it's well worth it for the Spring Festival.
Spring Festival this Saturday.
Yeah, so when did it begin?
Well, the Spring Festival in its current form has been going for about 3 years, but it morphed from the Presbyterian Church Spring Floral Festival, and it sort of grew from there. It was seen as an opportunity for businesses to promote themselves, for locals to do some fundraising, and it's food and flowers and fun, and it gets us out of winter.
Oh, I like that. Food, flowers and fun. We've got lots of beautiful images that have been sent through from the committee, from the team. There we are. So we're in Cheviot. Is it all over the festival around town, so everyone will be sharing in it?
There are, there is bits of it around the town, but most of it is focused now on the Cheviot area school.
Right, okay.
So that's where the market stalls will be. That's the indoor and the outdoor displays. The Plunkett group, they're going to have their activities there with the bouncy castle and Lulu the clown. And
who the clown?
Lulu.
Lulu. Oh, lovely Lulu. Okay.
And we've got baby animals there as well, but also some of the food items are there, as in things you can take away. And then the cafes are all open. So there's the 2 cafes up the school end, and also the other two Rivers Cafe and the Paddocks Cafe down the other end. So it's nice for a stroll up and down.
Oh, of course
and
it is.
So we've got activities up and down the village.
Oh, look at the puppy. Okay. That's cool. Oh, there's even balloons. There could be balloons as well.
Yeah. Balloons
we
there
all like
as well.
A balloon art, don't we? Does the community, all of the community, embrace this day?
Well, we've got a lot of people involved, more people than just on the committee. There's a lot of people that donate some time, especially over the next 3 or 4 days, to get marquees up and signage done and the daffodils put on the lampposts and things like that.
Is that right?
And then we've got the volunteers on the day as well, because there's we've got a number of speakers, but we've also got some people doing domain tours. And our Cheviot domain is something that people often miss when they come through Cheviot. And there's a longer walk that goes around the outside of it, and at the moment it's in full bloom with all its daffodils. And then there's some shorter walks around the old Cheviot Hills homestead ruins that are there.
Oh,
yeah. So
and the guest speakers, so who will the guest speakers be?
Oh, well, so we've got a couple of guest speakers around the lunchtime, so they're talking twice. There's Olmick Sinclair, he's a local man who's going to be talking about drought resistant or drought proofing your plantings that you do. He's not talking about shelter belts, he's talking more about gardening and things like that. And then also alongside those time slots is Frida Hunter, who's going to be talking more on getting the balance right and doing borders and plantings and things like that, and more in your flower gardens and things. So she's got a demonstration that she's going to do, bringing in plants and stuff.
Oh,
it's going to be great.
Love having demonstrations.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Robert, but is this sort of a bit of a promotion for Cheviot, for potential people that are thinking about actually moving back to the country or to the country?
Well, we would certainly like to have more people come and live in the village. It just helps with sustaining services and all that sort of stuff. But this is really just, it's a fundraiser, it's promoting the businesses, it's getting the community together. So it's trying to attract people to come and see Cheviot and to spend more than 5 minutes as they stop at one of the cafes, but more come and stay the weekend. We've got Gore Bay, That's only 8 minutes away, and that's
Is
a lovely
it?
beach.
It's not far at all,
Not
is it
at all.
really?
And then we're quite central for people who want to do a day trip up to Kaikoura or go through the Leader Road to Hamner, or pop back down the road a little bit to go to the Waipara wineries. We're very central for all of that.
Actually, that's a really good way to describe it, as central to so many. If you don't want to stay in Kaikoura, but use it as a day trip, and you can go and do so much.
Yeah.
You said that you've been on the committee for, was it 4 months?
Yeah, 4 or 5 months
So that's
now.
well done coming in today. You lived there for 3 years. What is it about living in Cheviot that makes it so special?
For me personally, I really like the fact that it's a small village where you get to know everybody, and instead of when I lived in the city where you might know your neighbours and a few people down the street perhaps, when it struck home to me in the earthquakes that we didn't actually know those people that were 3 or 4 doors down, whereas in Cheviot you're certainly getting to know everybody, and I just like village mentality. Everybody looks after
you. It's not
you.
like Midsummer, is it?
No.
No Midsummer Murders, no Cheviot Murders or anything like
we
that?
don't have that.
Could
We
be a
have
series
enough,
in that, couldn't
we have
there?
enough stories
I
going
can't
on.
believe how many murders they have in that one village. I tell you what, it's incredible. We don't want to go there on a short run. So just to recap on what we can experience this Saturday in Cheviot, go to the school. It's a good place as a central. Yep.
Oh, and I forgot to mention that we've got a master chef. Well, actually, Richard Harris, who's on the MasterChef competition at the moment, he's Harris from Harris Meats, so he's local there. And he's also got Leo coming up, and Glenda's coming up as well from Christchurch. So there's going to be 3 Master Chefs, which are going to be there
I
at
bet
the
he's doing
stalls.
some tasty things with sausages and
Treats,
stuff, won't he?
all sorts of treats.
Oh, yeah.
We've got ballet recitals on as well in the church. On the Friday night, if anybody wants to come up to stay overnight, then we've got a quiz night on at the local Cheviot Trust Hotel, and also the local art gallery is doing a art exhibition on the Friday night as well. So there's things to do, plus the church service on Sunday to finish it off.
You get 10 big brownie points from the committee for remembering all that. They should be. You've done really well. And for any information though, just go to the website cheviotnz.com and there'll be more information there. But hey, what an awesome thing to do this Saturday. Head out to Cheviot. Enjoy. Thanks, Robert.
Thank you.
Okay, now stay with us. After the break, we meet 3 fine men, founders of QB Studios, building solutions.
You've got a dream, but it feels a million miles away. You got your passion, you gotta believe that this is why you were made. It takes a little time, Wake me up when September ends.
Well, it's not ending quite yet, thank goodness, because I've got 3 fine men on the couch. I'm pretty spoilt today, I'll tell you what. QB Modular founders, we'll start off with Alex Brennan.
Hi, Andrew.
I'm really top of the morning to you. Is that good? That's really bad, but that's good. Nice Irishman. Tom Harding, welcome.
Very good morning.
And
Thank you.
Mike Fisher.
Morning.
Congratulations. Not a small feat to start your own business, is it really? But obviously you saw a need and did it. So, Alex?
Yeah, it's been a long road. It started, I think, 5 years ago with Mike and Tom planning to do a modular development in the centre of Christchurch, and took them to Brazil, where they picked me up along the way. And
Literally?
Literally. And
I think the worst places to go just quietly to Brazil. Pretty cool.
And here we are back in Christchurch.
Wow. And this is, well, for now, for home. Tom, what's modular? If you could explain to laymen like myself, what is modular building?
Essentially, I guess it's based on, we've got a 6x3 sort of structural steel frame system, and I guess QB Studios, we retrofitted QB Studios using that system. So modular in essence is square, I guess, in some respects, and also replicable. In the sense that template is replicated time and time again, side by side, and also stacked to create a building which we have inside the warehouse.
So quite efficient, isn't it, in use of space? Now the two of you have degrees in engineering, or?
I'm a barrister.
You're a barrister? How does that work? I meet so many people that do that and they never do it. It's quite funny, isn't it?
Yeah, swap the wig and gown for the hard hat and high-vis vest.
I'll bet you put the wig on sometimes, love. And for you, Tom, you studied at Otago University, and what field?
I did a BCom in politics, philosophy, economics, and a minor in finance.
Oh, great. And here's a life student of the world at the end, Mike. Where did you come from before you joined up with these two?
A lot of travel really as a younger person, but came up through, was involved with the arts, I guess, for the first 10 years of my career, and then a bit of property, and I guess that sort of
The reason I ask that is
development.
because if you're looking outside and you think, oh, it must be all engineers, so this is what they do. But it's wonderful you've come from 3 different walks of life and come together as one to create such an incredible thing with obviously QB Studios and modular. So for you, I'll ask you the question, Mike, how, and some images will actually show, how can we embrace the system that you are offering?
I guess first and foremost, the fundamental idea behind the system we've built is to have an affordable building system, and something that really reduces construction speed time.
Mm-hmm.
So you put those 2 things together.
We go here now, so this is
so
very cool.
This, for instance, we started in, I think the 1st of September was the first day on site, and in about mid-December we had tenants moving in, and it's around about 1,000 square metres in total, 650 square metres of new building in there. So I think comparatively to traditional or conventional construction, you're probably looking at a 100% sort of time savings, really.
Oh yeah, Alex, the roof looks special. Is there something quite special about the roof that's through there, or is it just the design, the look of it, or?
Well, it was built, all of those offices that you can see on either side of the picture there were built inside an old mechanics warehouse in Addington. So that's just an insulated roof to keep the heat in and out, and quieten the sound of the rain a little bit.
Tom, it's quite beautiful. It's minimalistic, but it is actually quite beautiful.
It is, very simple lines. I mean, Mike was sort of a lot of the visionary, or created a lot of the vision in terms of coming up with the concept as to how we were going to configure the buildings inside, and yeah, keeping very simple lines, I think is a key sort of design element to what Mike does. I'll let Mike elaborate on that.
Probably just gallery backgrounds, really nice, minimalist and open plan spaces. As you say, clean lines. So that's, I guess, also with using a modular system like this, it is very square and boxy, but so that helps us achieve that.
The great benefits is obviously using an existing building like you did there. What's the future looking like? I'm sure it's bright for QB.
Well, hopefully. This.
I'd say hopefully. And again, positive. Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
So this idea of QB Studios, which is really a group of, it's a space for small and medium-sized businesses to come together in a kind of a village-like atmosphere, which is offers a little bit more than a traditional office space. So it's been very well received. All of the tenants who are in the building now are very happy. So later this year we're opening a second QB Studios in Auckland, and hopefully that'll be
exciting.
Yeah. Very exciting.
Good on you. Well, congratulations to all 3 of you. I think it's amazing, and we're so lucky that you are staying here in Christchurch in the meantime and doing this for us, and good luck with expansions in Auckland. Very cool indeed. And I wonder if you could find a unicorn at QB Studios. Probably not. They probably could make one for you though after the break. Phyllis Brown, and it's all about the unicorns.
The loveliest of all was the unicorn. Some cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, the loveliest of all was the unicorn.
Love that song. It's
I've
such
never
a cool
heard of
song.
it.
Have you never heard of that song?
No.
Are you serious?
Yep, I'll have
We've been living Phyllis Brown.
Off to YouTube.
Obviously not with unicorns.
No.
And that is our topic today.
It is.
Unicorns.
It is our topic of today, because the resurgence of the popular aspect of a unicorn, it's every young girl's dream. They've got all these soft toys and unicorn cards, unicorn books, unicorn energy. It just is so prevalent in modern day culture. So I thought I would bring up a little bit of the mythology of the unicorn.
Okay.
And where it comes from.
I can't help but smile when you say unicorn, because it seems so ridiculous, but we've got some images of some unicorns.
Oh, there they are. There they are. So the unicorns, the time of the beautiful ark, Noah and his ark, and he was gathering up all the animals to go onto into the ark. But the unicorns were so in love with themselves and just sat looking at each other and glamorizing each other that they missed the ark. So the water came in.
Bummer.
So this is the mythology. The water came in and the unicorns ran into the sea to catch up with Noah and his ark, and they missed it and they perished at sea. And this is why we have the white horses. So every time you see a wave crashing, it's a unicorn trying to get back to land.
Oh.
So that's the mythology of unicorns.
That's amazing.
It's like a fairy tale. It's like
it is a fairy tale.
It is.
Oh.
But you know how people say that? They look at the ocean, go, oh, there's the white horses coming, and that's where it comes from.
That is so sweet.
The lost unicorns.
Something's lost
You're
anyway.
not a believer. You're not a believer.
I know. Well, it's just it's a bit. But that's the cool thing about talking about it.
Yeah.
For some, they'll believe that it's very, very true.
Yes.
And for others, probably a little bit sceptical. But the horn, though, is a special properties because with rhinos, you know, that's not funny at all.
No.
That they are actually hunted for the properties in their horn.
That's right.
Same with
so
unicorns?
it's the same with the unicorn. So if we think of the myth and magic of a unicorn, we think about energy, the energy of the unicorn, then the horn itself has healing properties. And so there are lots of books or meditations out there, unicorn meditations, where a unicorn can come and just touch each of your chakras and re-energize your chakras. Or it can be used as a magic wand to create different doorways to different dimensions, if you like, down into the fairy kingdom or out into,
it's
the
quite a
dragon
powerful
world.
horn, isn't it?
It's very powerful. So there's lots of myths about what the horn actually does, but it's really, I suppose, in the healing qualities, it's about balancing up the chakra system. You can have a unicorn touch each of your chakras in a meditation and give you that lovely healing boost.
Do we see any unicorns today?
Well, I do work with horses. I do work with horses on a weekly basis at the horse clinic at Equine Equilibria. And there are some horses who actually have a really beautiful, fine, what I would imagine to be a unicorn energy. They're very light on their feet. They're very aware, very alert, and so, and their connection to humans, they could be very loving and really, they love all that tactile stuff, whereas actually some of the horses can be just too skittish or really firm or really grounded. So there are some horses that I look at and I think, well, there's a little bit of a unicorn about you. There's a playfulness about them. And I'm sure, a lot of the horse owners who are watching this programme will be going, I've got a unicorn at home. I know I've got a horse who has that unicorn energy.
Okay, so unicorn energy.
Yeah. And I think
we're not encouraging everyone to go out and find a horn and stick one on their horses or anything like that.
No,
we're not.
No, we're not. But it is said that white horses tend to be perceived as the ones that have more of the unicorn energy, or they are the special process, the special part of the breed, that they've come through all the different histories, they've lived lifetimes and lifetimes, and then when they get to become a white horse, they've got that very special, unique unicorn energy, because quite often you will see a unicorn and it'll be white in colour.
Radio. And you've even got magical cards.
We've got magical unicorn cards, you see. So this is the obsession. So we've got toys and artwork and colouring books and meditations, all dedicated to unicorns. And so these are Doreen Virtue's cards. I thought I would bring them along. They're very playful, actually. When you choose a card, it is quite cheeky. So, of course, my card for today was Finish What I've Started.
Oh, so, is that for yourself? Is that for yourself, Willis? Okay, well, you better give us the card then, the playful card.
So our card is Wish Upon a Star.
Oh.
Ask the unicorns to come in and help it make your dreams come true. So if you've got something that you really want to manifest into your life, get that beautiful wand, that unicorn horn working, up into the stars and get your dreams come true.
Oh, that's quite lovely, really.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we covering next week?
We're covering fairies.
Fairies. Good old fairies at the bottom of the garden. I hope they're nice, not nasty.
I know.
Hey, thank you, lovely. All jokes aside, it's very cool exploring all
the mythology.
All mythology, so it's all good. Hey, make sure you join us on Monday. We have Nourish Margaret Reeves here from Bellamy's, Graham Horcastle's interview that I promised. But on Monday, we'll be showing you a little bit of a charity poker match happening tomorrow down at the Christchurch Casino. Will we know when to hold them, know when to fold them? Who knows? But you'll see it all on Monday. Have a fab week. See you Monday.
When the dealing's done, you got to know when to hold 'em.